Hi guys, my name's Sean Finney from ConceptChemicals and Coatings in Manchester, and welcome to another Ask the Professor. This particular Ask the Professor follows on from a previous video where we did a comparative test with the Meguiars 101-105 against our P-12 cutting compound. So this particular Ask the Professor today is going to be all about finishing with the Meguiars 205 against our, or the Surface, P-40 Xtra. So let's do it. So top section 205 with the polishing foam as a second step application on both the 101 and the P12 Xtra sections. I'm not going to put a masking line in it to start off with because I don't actually want to catch the tape and introduce any glue residue onto the panel, but we'll do it as soon as we've done this so we can actually mask an area out so we can actually see we've got a definitive line there. So again, we've measured out the product. We're going to prime the surface area and it's going to be a timed event. 1 minute and 30 seconds approximately. Recommended machine speed is 1000 up to 1500 RPM, so let's keep it constant and let's go. Oh, cheated a little bit, sorry. Sorry. I don't think a few seconds at that stage of the machining process is actually going to be helpful, as the oxides that it contains will have broken down quite considerably since the initial startup. So let's take the masking line out and then we can wipe the areas down. Prior to degreasing, we'll just remove any residues from the compound or oil or fillers with the surface wipe before we actually do a thorough degreasing job with the zirconite panel prep. Okay, so prior to degreasing, we'll just do a surface inspection. So as you can see with the 101, the 101 after 2 applications didn't remove the 1500 flatting marks. As we come into the P12 section, looks a very, very good combination, the 205 with the P12 Xtra. Very, very little hologram in there and a nice black finish. So now we'll come to the bottom section where we've applied the P-40. Okay, so now we're going to move to the bottom half, which was again the 101 2 applications, and then a second and final step with the P-40 Xtra. And then as we move from left to right, we're moving to the P-12 Xtra section. Both sections are delivering very, very good gloss. So as you guys already know, you know that the initial polishing application, those are not the final results. We need to actually get rid of any fillers or oils that the products contain to reveal the finish that we would actually get when we park the car outside after 2 or 3 days. So we're going to obviously use the zirconite panel prep, a very, very good and efficient degreaser. So we're going to degrease surface areas. So we're going to put plenty of product on the 101 section and the P-12 Xtra section. Remember that I've not touched, at this particular moment in time, I have not touched the 105 section with a secondary glaze. So plenty of product on there. We'll leave it, let it just bite into it a little bit so we can try and remove as much of the oil that the products have obviously contained. You can see the masking tape line. So obviously that's the glue residue from the masking tape line. So let's wipe it down. Just remember that this is a very, very good test because this bonnet's been flattened and polished on numerous occasions. So it's a good test for scratch removal and finish on a very, very hard clear coat. So just to recap, this bottom section was 101 and P12, obviously followed with the P40 product, and the top section 101 P12 Xtra, followed by, as a second step, the Meguiars 205. So just to confirm, the bottom section, the Meguiars 101, yeah, the P12 Xtra, and then we did a second step using the Surface P40 Xtra, and then the top section, again the 101, the P12, and this time using the Meguiars 205 ultra finishing product as a final step. So as we move from left to right, we're moving from the Meguiars to the Surface products. So, okay, we'll start with the Meguiars 101 with a secondary step of the 205. And then we're going to move into the P12 section, followed by the second step as the 205 Meguiars. Yeah, as you can see, the initial scratch removal from the 101 is not quite as good as the P. So just to reiterate or reinforce that the P40 Xtra does contain abrasives. It's 12% abrasives in this particular product. So if I just move from side to side, so this is the Meguiars 101 section, so we can see what the finishing product's actually done to lift any scratches, or attempt to lift scratches and holograms from the initial polishing process. So we're going to move from right to left now. Meguiars 101, and we're going to move into the P12 Xtra, which again has obviously had the secondary polishing process using the P40 Xtra. So there you've got it, guys. I know it was a little bit drawn out, that, but I needed initially to do a second step with the cutting compounds to remove as many of the scratches as I possibly could prior to applying both of the finishing products. So for me, again, the results are quite clear cut. I think they're pretty much in your face. I don't know how much the camera can pick up. Our product does contain a little bit of abrasive, so it's got a little bit more bite to it. So from my perspective, I've looked at a system against a system, but I've looked at the products individually, and for me, I'm quite pleased. In fact, I'm not quite pleased. I'm very, very pleased, realistically. I don't think those results had I actually discussed it without actually using the product and as a side-by-side. It pretty much clears everything up, and it's conclusive. So if you've got any comments, put them in the comment section below. If you want us to do any further comparisons or comparative testing against anything, chemical, compound, wax, traffic film removers, wheel cleaners, we welcome it. Put them in the comment section below. Failing that, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you very, very soon for another Ask the Professor.